Hello everybody, welcome to Mountain Ridge Farm. I will give a quick little overview in case you're new to Mountain Ridge Farm. Basically, we are a northern or east coast, mid-Atlantic, uh, I'd say northern fruit farm. We've got, right behind me, these are all cherry trees. And over here, let's see, oh, there, those are grapevines. All sweet varieties of cherries, sweet varieties of grapes. And we are at the height of 4,000 feet above sea level, right at the mountain ridge. Actually right behind me, here's daylight. You see all that? Because we're at the top of the mountain. And it's a different climate up here. There's no summer. There is winter, but the winter is actually less harsh than you would think because we get a lot of sun because we're right up here at the top of the mountain. We get a lot of it. We're at high elevation. The sun, it seems like it gets lighter earlier, in the mornings, and it gets darker later at night, regardless of what they say the sunrise and sunset time is. So this is actually now going to be, as soon as I finish this video, because we're live right now, and if you're out there, say hi, give us a thumbs up, let us know where you're watching from. But I will make this into a playlist. We'll have a whole playlist called Mountain Ridge Farm, because this is one of our projects from our nonprofit, aPlantBasedDiet.org. And by the way, I am the CFO of aPlantBasedDiet.org, Mike Young. It used to be that CFO was Chief Foodie Officer, which I still am. I love to eat, okay? I don't spend a lot of time preparing. I don't claim to be a chef, but I love to eat. And actually, the best food to eat is straight from the plant, ripened on the plant, immediately eat. The shorter the shelf life, the longer your life. I'm also now this Chief Farming Officer because I'm a farmer now. I'm actually doing the work and planting here. And if you want to see how I did this with pickaxe, mattocks, all the rocks up here at the top of the mountain, check out the other videos in the playlist. As soon as I finish with this one by today, they will all be in the playlist. The previous videos, which is like, I don't know, 6 videos, something like that, from the unboxing of these plants to digging the holes, to explaining how I built this contraption over here for the grapes, all this kind of stuff. So right now, these are updates. I'm going to be documenting the entire process so you can see what it's like, the whole process from obtaining the plants, which actually my beautiful wife Denise did. She's awesome at that. You're not going to see her in too many of these videos. She doesn't like to get dirty. This is dirty work. This is a dirty job, farming. But she did a great job researching the varieties of plants. And I would say that's key, okay? If you're going to plant stuff, or if you're going to have a farm where somebody else planted before you got there, because we're doing the whole process here, from cradle to grave or whatever, or even before that, conception, preconception, we're trying to make sure everything's the way we want it, because the best food is the food you're actually going to eat, all right? And of course, the idea here, the main idea, the goal, the dream is to be able to live off the land, right? Live completely off the land. Yes, self-sufficient is a thing, but it's more than self-sufficient. It's like you've grown these, you've taken care of these plants from before that, were producing fruit to when they are producing fruit, and you know everything about them, and that's key because it's the only way you're going to know what you're eating. Keep that in mind. There is no other way. Otherwise, you're still trusting what somebody says. Even if you acquire a property that has fruit trees on it, you don't know what happened on those. Like, I don't know what happened actually before these got to me from the online nurseries where we bought them, but I have the best possibility, the best chance of knowing when you start with these plants as young as possible, okay? That's key. So let's get into why I'm making this specific update video and what's going on. Well, I noticed if you go back and look at the unboxing of the cherry trees, that it seemed like these were all bare root plants. I got 5 of them here. And it seemed like all of them, most of them, 4 of them were doing great. They had a little buds on them, except for this one. This didn't have any. And I thought, well, maybe we'll give it a little bit of time. Now it's been in the ground about 10 days. I've watered them a couple times, which is key. You got to prepare this. Make sure you have a good native soil bed of rock-free area where the roots can spread out. You need to have that. I have that. I've been watering them. They had never, ever dried out completely. And I have mulch on top to hold like a nice thick layer. It's actually topsoil, but it holds all that moisture in. Okay, it doesn't let it escape. You want to keep those moist. You want to keep those roots moist, but not like swampy or anything like that. But this one still is not budded out. I'm going to flip the camera around so you'll start to see. Okay, Here's the plant. Now these are special tubes we got from Plantra, I think, and I'll show you the writing on them on the other side. But you can see right inside that it looks like there should be leaves here. There's a bud, right? And I can kind of peek in through here and see that there's no green coming off of that brown stick. And this is the problem, because this is the one that didn't have anything coming out on it originally. And I was already concerned. I said, Denise, you know, because my wife Denise, my beautiful wife Denise, she is the greatest, and she did all the research. She loves to eat too. She loves to eat sweet cherries. These are her favorite fruits, and she picked all the varieties out. This is actually a double of another variety, because down here at the end, we'll go down there in a minute, that last one is also the same variety. This is a certain variety that she really likes a lot, apparently from the research that she did. But as you can see, there's nothing green coming off here. So I said, what's the warranty? How's this work? Well, apparently the way it works, we got it from One Green Planet. And like I said, we have a short video of the unboxing of this, but you can see exactly what we got. They have any spring deliveries, you must notify them by July 1 if something's wrong. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna walk down here in just a minute so you'll be able to see how I can tell there's a dramatic difference between this one up here and the other ones, especially the one that's the same variety at the end. Anyhow, it's a process to try to get a refund or a replacement. We'd rather just have a replacement if this is not going to work. And what we've done, starting the process, is that Denise sent an email to One Green World and said, look, this has been in the ground for 10 days. My husband watered it multiple times. It's not been allowed to dry out. The soil, I mean, like I said, this is mulch on top. It is definitely moist down below. You'll see the difference in the other plants when I go over there. And so we don't know any other details than that. We'll keep you posted. You'll learn from our experience. But I have a feeling they're gonna have to send us another plant here. I just have a feeling. I had a feeling from when I unboxed this, and I still have a feeling. Now the grapes, we're gonna get to an update on the grapes too in this video as well. So hang with us here in the video. You'll get to see the update in terms of my feelings about what's happened and just a report on how it's been going over there. So you see here, so the process has been started. We've contacted One Green World. You got an email, and hopefully it's an easy way to get a replacement, and hopefully the exact same variety, because you know sometimes they run out. That's the thing. They run out of the kinds that you want. We found that already when she first started initially looking at buying these cherry trees, that there were certain varieties that she wanted, and then all of a sudden she waited a week and they're sold out. It's kind of like going to a secondhand store or something, and that's what happens, right? If you leave, somebody else left and thought about it too, and then they came back and they bought it before you came back. All right, so you can see this. Clearly, I can't really see any green. This is green, right? I don't see any evidence of green. So let's go over to the next one. All right. And now let me show you the writing on the side of this. So you can see the Plantra Sunflex Grow Tube. All right, these are tall ones. They got vents. We got the bird cap on the top, so birds can't fly in. All the way to the ground so the bugs don't get in. Now look, you can see a leaf coming off here. I'm gonna have to trim this actually. Now the way these work, sorry about my knee crack, they always crack, that's normal. The way these work is you want to keep the soil moist, you want to keep bugs from getting underneath, so kind of bury that down. You get the stick, it gives it some rigidity, it's like a stake, holds it all up, and you got the bird cap on top so birds don't fly in. So, and then I had to prune these. If you saw the video where I talked about the installation, I pruned them. I may have to prune them again because the idea is you want it to grow all the way up top. Keep in mind, here at Mountain Ridge Farm, we don't have any fences, all right? Now, there's different techniques that you can use when you grow fruit trees like this. And what we decided to use, because I've been volunteering with Dave Mascatello at Planetary Farms in Hillsborough, Virginia. Shout out to Dave. He's got some fences. We don't have any fences. We're up on the mountaintop. Actually, what I just saw, I was on a live video with Sage Circle Alliance yesterday. In the woods there. That's where my studio is, for the outdoor studio, where you can see just all the way down the mountain, thick woods, you know, forest bathing over there. I saw a whole family. Well, there was one giant wild turkey with about 10 babies, walked very slowly across here, all the way across, all the way to the other side. So we have all kinds of I've never seen 10 wild turkey babies like that. That was pretty cool. All right. Back to this one, you can see it's clearly leafing out, right? There's no question, leafing out. We're not gonna need a replacement on this one. I have all the varieties marked. This is not the same variety as the one you just saw. Let's go down to the next one. You can see from this distance. Look at the leaves. See that? The shadows? Look, there's some good leaves in there. Like I said, it may need some more pruning, but we want it to go The goal with the system is all the way up to the top, and then by the time it gets that high, the deer and the bear and everything else won't be able to get to it. It's another different variety, and it's got some big leaves. Again, you can see the shadows. This one's doing well. You can see, I think I cut that off. I trimmed. This was a trim off, what I had originally. And you can see, like when I got it, it was starting to leaf out. And that first one that I showed you, it never got that green on it. So that's why I suspected it. My gut was telling me anyway that it wasn't gonna work. And then this right here, this is the exact same variety as the one up top there that I'm concerned about. And look, can you see the shadows? There's green shadows in there. I can, yeah, see them in there? Because it's leafed out. And this, unless they mislabeled it, is the exact same variety as the one up front. I can see more green, like right in there, in the hole. So that one's doing well. So it's not the variety, although these are different microclimates. If you were watching the original videos, you knew that there's a lot of water in here as it runs off because it's further down from the ridge. The ridge is right there. It's not that far, but when you get heavy rains, it all runs down. So you get more water. This has got some standing water, so I had to elevate it a bit. This one also had a little bit of standing water, had to elevate it a bit. Those three did not. But I also, you know, pulled out all the rocks, as you see, and I kind of terraced a little bit. So anyway, that is what's going on with the cherry trees. You can see, if you look carefully, the green, right? The leaves, look at those in there. They're doing well. So I'm happy with that. And I've been watering them. Now let's go talk about the grapes that we have. And oh, by the way, we are getting a fig. Someone's donating a fig up there. We thought we would have had it already, but we don't have it right now. But probably by the time the next video happens, that next update, maybe next week, you'll see it. All right, here we go. Now, if you want to learn about these contraptions that I built from learning from Dave Mascatello at Planetary Farms, just go ahead and, you know, go back to the video. It'll be in this playlist where I describe the installation. And look, you can see that we have a fire going, even though it is June. And it's the middle of the day, it's sunny. It's cool enough that we want a fire going. We were working on the inside of the property. All right, so if you look down at what we've got here, the grapevines, I was hoping that in the first week something would leaf out, but I don't see anything leafing out. This one, I see a little bit of green. All right, this is the first time I've actually seen some signs of life. Initially, and these are all different varieties, keep in mind. Some are repeating, but this one looks like it's got a little bit of life popping out or showing here, I think. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know. I was watering them yesterday, I didn't see anything. That could be new, just from yesterday. See, I don't see anything on this one, but I'm continuing to keep them moist. Same thing, good layer of mulch here, making sure that we don't evaporate. We want to keep the roots moist until they start to pop out. And then it's going to require some special pruning too. Nothing on here. Oh, this one too. This is just from yesterday, okay? I did not see this yesterday, so this is new. I'm trying to zoom in without it going out of focus. Let's see. Oh, and it's so quiet here. All you hear is the birds. Occasional breeze, which you can hear from like a half mile away as it approaches. And forest bathing. Forest bathing is amazing here if you've never done that. And what we're burning in the fireplace, by the way, is just wood that has fallen. Dead wood that's fallen off the trees here, native. And a lot of that is making ashes and biochar, which is going back into the compost. I have a video on the compost pile, so check that out. This, I'm starting to see a little sign here too. This looks like it might be some life. It's hard to get the focus on it. It's such a small area. Sorry, I'm not able to do that for you, but my vision here as a human is working better. Let's see. You know, this is just, sorry, little chat things keep popping up. But anyway, there looks like there's something on here. Looks like there's some life popping out of that one. You seeing it on this one too? Yes. Can you see this? I'm trying to get a close up without, that's too close. It keeps popping up every time I try to zoom. Anyway, you can see right here little bit of life, right? This is great because I was concerned about all these grapevines. I was like, I already have one tree sapling that's not working for the sweet cherries. What about these sweet grapes? And I'm seeing life. That's good. All right, and this one, nothing yet. But again, these are all different varieties. I'm not expecting the exact same experience with all of them. And this has been about a week, 6 days. Yeah, 6 days. And look, I'm seeing buds here. And by the way, I'm gonna water all these too after I get off this live video presentation what I'm doing right now. But this is good. So we've got at least 3 of them, I think, out of the 10, I'm sorry, that look like we might see some leaves and some growth of the vines. And when we see the growth of the vines, I've got these arches. I'm gonna have to start doing, from what I understand, a lot of selective pruning to train these. It's like raising kids. All right, and you wanna do it right. I've mentioned before that, kids, the most important time with kids is preconception to maybe 2nd year, that foundation, because once they get past that, a bad foundation, a bad, start off may never be repairable, unfortunately. That's just the reality. It's not just with humans, it's with plants. That's why I'm bringing this up. That's why I dug all these rocks out. And these are only the rocks you see, keep in mind. I had to get through with a pickaxe and my safety glasses because I was pounding down on this thing. I'm left-handed, well, I can use both. And it was just, rock fragments were knocking off. Sparks were flying, okay? I wasn't prepared to do all that, but there was also some good native soil. Most of what you see here is the soil that I brought in, which is fine to use on the top areas. Yeah, that's some type of a chemical. You don't want to do that. So I think that's about it. Let me flip the camera back around. It's CFO, Chief Foodie and Farming Officer Mike Young, signing off from the grapes and the sweet cherry trees. Let me know any of your comments down below. Please give us a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. Also, a super thanks, which is down on the lower right-hand corner. Tip me and commensurate with the amount of value you're getting from this video. And of course, we're a nonprofit. So go to our website, aPlantBasedDiet.org, and click on the Give tab. We accept all kinds of donations. We depend on your donations, not only of cash, but real estate, property, whatever it might be. Anything towards the mission, because this is the future as far as we're concerned. And we are doing this as a public service, education and stuff, to make sure you understand what's behind this. Hopefully I was convincing enough that the only way you know what you're actually eating is to grow it yourself. It's the only way. I wish there was another way. Until I guess you have your own drones flying around observing all the food that's being farmed. That's the one that's in trouble right there. You're just not gonna know. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.